Peru has a world-renowned diverse cuisine. One of the best spots to sample the tastes of Peru is O Calamares in Kearney, New Jersey.
My name is Juan Plasencia, and I was born in Peru. I'm a Peruvian native. My family and I immigrated when I was about a year and a half old to the United States. We opened our first restaurant in Union City, New Jersey. After that, we had about a 2-year hiatus and opened up on Bergen Line Avenue under the name of O Calamares. O Calamares literally means "Oh squid," an exclamation, and it's my father's childhood favorite restaurant in his barrio in Peru, so we named the restaurant after that.
The #1 dish that comes to mind is the famous ceviche,
which is the sushi form of seafood that we eat, and is very well known.
Ceviche is one of the principal dishes of Peru, and it's now known all over the world. It's marinated seafood with lime and onions and a couple of accompaniments. Ceviche is made using any variety of seafoods. The fish should always be used raw. The marinating of the lime will then cook the fish and make it opaque. Once the lime starts penetrating the protein, it won't be as tart or as acidic at the end as it was in the beginning. The Incas were actually the first to prepare a type of ceviche using fermented corn instead of lime as the acidity, and they would marinate the fish in that until it sort of becomes opaque, and they would eat it raw that way. Once the ceviche has marinated, you just place it in there. You have a little bit of the reserve juice here. You can add a little chili. For the ceviche, we use 2 different types of chilies. We use the rocoto chili, which is this red apple-looking one here, and the ají amarillo chili as well. And you can just add a little bit of each of these right into the sauce here, and then just emulsify it. Now, the red one is a little spicier than the yellow. The yellow gives it a little more character. But that's why sometimes you'll see ceviche sauces have sort of like this yellow color or tint to it. Just pour that right over the fish and all the seafood there. Gives it a little spiciness. There you are. That's the ceviche mixto here at O Calamares restaurant.
Another mouth-watering Peruvian dish is lomo saltado.
Next dish we have to prepare for you today is lomo saltado. It's a classic Peruvian dish. Part of the success of this dish is to make sure that the pan is extremely hot before you toss the food in. And you'll know when you hear that really strong sizzle, which is what you're getting right now. Once the beef is almost cooked, you want to add some of the onions and the tomatoes so that can begin cooking for a little bit. Now, the onions and the tomatoes are not supposed to be cooked through completely. They should stay a little al dente and a little fresh. We're going to add just a drop of vinegar. You can use white vinegar, which is what I like to use because it is very neutral flavor. You can use apple cider vinegar if you want to be fancy. Okay? And then, of course, just like the Chinese, a little bit of mushroom soy sauce. We finish with a little cilantro and then some French fries also. Just a little bit. And here we have the lomo saltado at O Calamares restaurant.
Here's another dish making its way to the States. It's simple yet shockingly delicious. Pollo brazal is chicken at its best.
So have the very famous pollo a la brasa, which is the rotisserie chicken, which is found all over Peru now, and now is coming to this country. A lot of the Peruvian restaurants that sell only pollo a la brasa are starting to open shop here all over the country. Peruvian cuisine is a fusion of many different cultures that have come through the country in the last 3 centuries.
Every culture expresses itself uniquely through art. Pachamama Peruvian Arts has been established to popularize traditional Peruvian performance art.
Program in 2004 because we found that Peruvian immigrants were practicing other Hispanic arts like salsa and merengue to the detriment of traditional Peruvian arts. We have actually over 100 students each year. After they study with their particular teacher in a particular form, they do a public presentation.
Every Friday they come to this school from 6 to 9 and they study dances, like example Tuntuna from Puno, and then we have chorus like the one that you are listening and all the children are in the back.
There is also a special theater play prepared by the Pachamama crew.
We have prepared a special program for today. This is a story that has a very Peruvian background that has to do with our history, our past history.
Cajon is Afro-Peruvian percussion. These young drummers create rhythms that can take you back to Cusco, Lima, and beyond. Joyous steps and colorful customs are integral to the Peruvian dance numbers.
The value of this is not only connecting to the roots, but also people have a sense of cultural identity.
The high point of the event was when two youngsters took it to the stage and mesmerized everyone. Like the ceviche marinates and becomes a great dish, the Peruvian community in the U.S. are marinating and slowly but surely becoming a key part of this diverse nation. They're a valuable addition, contributing to the American culture with their delicious meals, fun dance, and hospitable traditions.